So what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Rusher, and thank you guys for once again coming back to That Swift Gamer. And today we're going to be continuing on with our part 2 of our DLC3 for Black Ops 3 trailer, takeaways. Now, if you guys did not watch part 1, go ahead and go ahead and do so, because I already did explain a little bit of info in there, explain a few little things about the dragons, the new boss zombies, stuff like that. So now we're just going to be continuing on here with part 2. And if you guys are as hyped as I am for DLC 3, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and let's go ahead and go on to our 5th takeaway of the day. Now this takeaway is exactly what it seems: the zombies' eye color. Now their eye color is actually very important, because it signifies who is controlling the zombies. When it was orange, it was Samantha or Maxis. When it was blue, they were Richtofen. The last time we saw zombies with red eye color was in Mob of the Dead, and as everybody knows, in Mob of the Dead, the person that was controlling the zombies was in fact the Great Evil, or some other people call him the Devil. Now, we do not know exactly 100% again why their eye color is red. It could be very likely that this map is taking in this place in the same universe as Mob of the Dead, which would be very interesting, because it could be we could see a lot more of that Mob of the Dead playing, as we have seen not in all of our maps, including Shadows of Evil. Well, all of them: Shadows of Evil, the Giant, Zetsubo no Shima, and Der Eisendrache. Now in it wasn't in Der Eisendrache, excuse me. Now the whole reason why the plane being in there could be that it was hinting to in our 3rd DLC that's exactly what was happening, that it could be that we're revisiting the whole Mob of the Dead universe type era, or it could be also be, oh, and by the way, it could also, because not only is it in the same, it could only be in the same universe, but it's around the same time period as well, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Now that that is out of the way, sorry about that little popping up right there. Is that this is some old footage that I took from an older video, so I do apologize for any other little pop-ups here and there. But going on, talking about this, it's very important that we note this, because we don't know if this could affect the entire zombie storyline, as it is. It's very unlikely, but we never know. So let's go ahead and move on to our next takeaway, which is our take number 6. So for takeaway number 6, I'm adding 2 things in. Is not only the new riot shield and the new ability of the new riot shield, but it is also the new specialist ability. At least that's what we think so far, which is this Ripper type thing, which people have been saying it's like a Ripper, but I don't think it really is. But it could be nonetheless, because they have been taking a lot of the multiplayer functions and adding them into zombies, as we've seen, not only with the bow and arrow, but with the gravity spikes, and also the hive, which is the Slick Fire 2.0, as I like to put it. But well, Slick Fire actually 1.0, because it was a lot worse than the Slick Fire, aka the KT4/Masamune. Now the reason why I added these 2 is because it's just equipment, so I didn't want to make a whole big deal out of them. But I do want to note something that's pretty cool about the riot shield. And about the riot shield is very interesting, because it is actually made, as we found out later on, of dragon bones, dead dragon's bones and skin. So it has some of the abilities of the dragon with it, which is that green mist that we see. Now it kind of doesn't make sense, because that's the information that we've gotten so far, but we don't know how it exactly ties into the dragons, because I haven't seen a green ability come from the dragons so far. However, there could be more abilities to the dragons that we have not seen, or maybe this is just for the shield in general, so we don't know 100%. And also for this new specialist ability, which is the Ripper ability, is very interesting because it's almost like a upgraded version of the Thunder Fist, where you're just going through a whole bunch of zombies. Now, I don't believe personally that it's gonna be like it's just gonna be a limited that it's just gonna go like bam bam bam. I feel like you're gonna have like a preset how many times you can thrust through zombies. Hopefully it's anywhere between like 5 to 10, but like hopefully it's enough, but it's not hopefully it's enough, but it's not a little, it's underutilized is what I mean. So basically hopefully we have enough to where we can use it multiple times and not feeling like, you know, we wasted all this time for this little thing. But hopefully you know, it'll be very useful. And hopefully it's not too OP also, because we don't want it to be to the point where this map is too easy. At the same time, in DLC3 and Black Ops 2, this happened where they added a lot of new stuff in with DLC3, and you know, it was a very good map, but it ended up being too easy. So that's why a lot of people had a problem with DLC3 and BO2, but I have a feeling that this is not going to be the case. I have a feeling that it's going to be extremely balanced, in the case where it's not only going to be there are going to be some easy factors to it, but it isn't going to be so easy to where people are like hate it, and it's not going to be too hard where people are just not even going to try. I have a feeling it's going to be a perfect balance, and I honestly do, in my personal opinion, think that this is going to be one of the best zombie maps that we've seen in a long time, possibly one of the greats. Now let's go ahead and move on into our next takeaway. Now this takeaway is kind of weird. It looks like a type of drill that is coming from the sky, which I honestly think is going to be like a new challenge round. As you can see right here, there's a little bit of gameplay footage right there of the Ray Gun Mark III all the way to your left, with Dempsey holding it, firing it off. But I honestly think this is going to be like a new challenge round, where there's going to be like little areas where this thing is just going to come down and you have to go defend it. Now, whether this could be a good thing or a bad thing, we don't know yet. We'll just have to see down. Hopefully they're doing this thing like in Exo Zombies, where it's more hopefully it's not a thing like in Exo Zombies where it was like the survivor rounds in Burger Town, where they become just a complete nuisance and a hassle to do, and if you don't do it, you get punished. I don't see Treyarch doing that. However, you never know. So you know, we don't have too much info on this, but they will be coming in the coming weeks. Well, in the coming week, I hope. So let's go ahead and move on into our next and final takeaway. And this, of course, is all the new guns. Now, this is one of the guns that I'm more excited for, is the dual-wielding crossbows. Hopefully, an on 2.0, the FFAR, and then this is pretty interesting. Where we end up getting a dual-wielded, looks like to be Ray Gun Mark III. Now, whether this is a Ray Gun Mark III or 2.0 of the Way Gun, we just gonna have to wait and find out. And the gun that everybody is talking about, which I'm more excited for, is the PP freaking SH. Now, this freaking weapon is honestly unbelievable. It was originally introduced in World at War and was only in World at War, and the whole reason why people are so excited for this is because besides being like, it's basically one of the best guns that is not a wonder weapon, due to its ammo capacity, due to its fire rate, its just overall strength, easy reload time. Just everything about this gun was amazing. And when you pack-a-punched it, you don't even need the wonder weapon, for Christ's sakes. Like, unless like you're on like round 150,000, you know. This weapon was so amazing back in the day, and I cannot wait for it to come back in this new map. This new map, DLC3, whatever. I'm so excited I can't even speak right now, but I cannot honestly wait for this weapon to come back. I can't wait to try out, you know, the crossbows, and also to see what the FFAR is, which is the FAMAS, if people don't know. which you should know by now. They're multiplayer weapons that are DLC weapons. Why not everybody has them? You can only get them in what is it, supply drops, and you know, it's extremely cool to see that even though you might not have these in multiplayer, you can still have a chance to try them out in the DLC. Now, before I end off this video, I just want to give you my overall thoughts and opinions so far, which I think that honestly, DLC3 is going to be one of the best map packs of all time. I think it's going to be one of the greats, just because the PPSH is in it. You know, like making its comeback. I know they're going to nerf it somehow, whether it be in fire rate, whether it be in ammo, whatever. I hope that they don't screw up the weapon too bad. You know, the possible ray gun Mark 3 being in there, I think is going to be an amazing addition to it as well. And you know, just an overall like the dragons, the, you know, all the new traps, you know, just the storyline, how they're gonna like cap it all up in one. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have one more DLC before they cap it all off and put these nice little brackets, as you know, Blundell likes to say it. But you know, just all in that, and you know, fighting Nikolai, which I think we're actually gonna fight. I don't think he's just gonna hand over and die, you know. I think we're actually gonna have to fight him and bring him down somehow. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but it's just gonna be absolutely freaking incredible. So if you guys did enjoy this part 2 to my takeaway series, I would really appreciate a like. That would encourage me more to do more of these. And thank you guys for watching. My name is SHAREfactory. Thank you guys for once again coming back to That's What Gamer, and I will see you guys on the next video.